Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Wolfie TV. And of course, we wanted to obviously finish the season strongly. Well, we haven't done so today. It was a 2-0 away defeat to Manchester United. But guys, I want to get straight into this. I want to read off some stats for you to basically clarify where it's all going wrong. And I think you probably already guessed where I'm heading with this. Guys, today we beat United in terms of possession, 52% playing off of 48%. Now, let's not downplay that. We've gone to a Manchester United team that needed to win today. And of course they did. But we beat them in terms of possession. We also beat them in terms of passes, 461 passes compared to their 436. Now, I'm trying to take some positives from today's game. Those two stats alone show that we can go and compete with the big boys. But this is where we're missing out. 27 shots United had in total. 9 of those were on target. And of course, they scored 2 goals. As on the other hand, 5 shots, 0 on target. And I think that's the very damning message, isn't it, going into next season? Firstly, what is happening for us to allow that many shots? And yes, it is United. It is at Old Trafford. But that is a hell of a lot of shots for them to have. And I'd make the point that I keep on saying this. Yes, we're going to miss Ruben Neves. Yes, he's probably going. But at the same time, I do think that the partnership of João Gomez and Lamina could really stop that and really make, as a bit more defensively sound, defensively strong. I do think, though, some of the defenders had bad games today. Semedo, for the second goal in particular, I'll pick him out to start with. Instead of just trying to play Garnacho offside, he chooses to carry on running and obviously just gets beat for pace, allows an onside trap not to be played. And obviously, Max Kilman, I thought, had a really poor game as well today. I'm not going to read into those too much, though. It is a game towards the end of the season. It's been a really tiring season, and we could start speculating maybe why, for example, Kilman just at times looked like he didn't care. But I don't think it's as deep as that. I think he was just had a bad game. But of course, if we're going to compete with these sides, the big sides, that stat about shots is the most damning. Not a single shot on target today. So it physically was impossible for us to win the game today. And just 5 shots in general, it shows where we're lacking. And we've known this all season. In fact, we're not that far off being able to compete with these boys. You think back to when we were 7th, getting Europa League. I honestly don't think we're a million miles away from that. But we need something that those teams have and we don't. And, I even look at the likes of Villa, Newcastle, not even the big boys. One thing they do have, 20-goal season striker, even the likes of Brentford, they've got Tony. Newcastle, they've got Isaac and Wilson to choose from. You argue Villa, they've obviously got Watkins to choose from. We're obviously missing that from the team. But guys, jumping into the team today, obviously it was one of them where we saw one change made to the usual team, and that was Bentley, who come in. I thought he looked really impressive. I'd be keen to know your thoughts on him, but I thought he looked really good. I thought he made some good saves in the second half especially, and his distribution, he clearly is confident on the ball. I really don't think Sarr's going to be the keeper for us moving forward. It does have to be said. I do think Lopetegui will switch him up come the end of the season because he wants someone that can pass out from the back. We can see that from the way that we've been playing. I would play Bentley for the rest of the season. I want to see more of him. If he does end up a second option, I'm really happy with that. But I honestly believe him when he said when he come in January, he hasn't come in just to be a second choice keeper. He's at the prime of his years for a keeper. It's not like he's in his late 30s and he's just looking to be a second string goalkeeper. I thought he really put in a good effort. That does have to be said. The rest of the team today, it was just one of those, wasn't it? We made some changes at halftime. Lopetegui did say in the week he was going to give some players some chances. Disappointingly, we saw Neto be took off. Hwang come on. Hwang does absolutely nothing as per, are we just going to keep him for the marketing purposes, or because that's what I feel we signed him for, or are we going to move these kind of players on? And that brings me on to my kind of close of the video, really, because I don't think there's much more to say about the game. It was what it was. It was 2 very even teams in some regards, but who were fully just separated by the fact that they had people that could score, have shots, and we just didn't really create much either. I will say though that Cunha, my last point on the actual team, Cunha looks a lot better today. I think he's improving. We'll start to see him driving, taking on the ball, and just taking on players as well. I thought he looked good today. I do expect him to play in that number 10 position next year rather than the number 9. Obviously, he hasn't been doing that for some time, but I do expect him. I expect the likes of Neto to get much better next year. Guys, just a quick one for me before we get back to the video. If you are enjoying the video, as always, you already know what I'm going to ask you to do. Hit that like button. And more importantly, if you've not subscribed already, please do hit that subscribe button as well. And let's get back to finishing this match reaction. But I think we're going into a huge summer for us. I think this summer, honestly, could define us for the next 5 to 10 years, or at least the next 5, because we've just got a huge ask and we've got a huge rebuild that's going to come on. Lopetegui, he's going to have to make some key decisions. He's going to have to put his trust in some key players, whether that's bringing Silva back, whether that's, taking a gamble on Sasha, who's just come back from an ACL, or whether it is bringing in some new talent. Of course, we've already been linked with a couple of strikers. That Gyökeres from Coventry City, I've said last season that he would be a good signing. I would really like to see him come in. He's not got that Premier League experience, but he does look a complete player. But we've obviously got the fear that maybe Coventry could go up through the playoffs. But nevertheless, I'm sure we're already looking at options. It's good to see that we're already being linked to people. Of course, in January, we moved quickly in the transfer market. I expect in Lopetegui, we might be set to do the same with these early rumours that are starting to come out around the club. I think that's something that is promising. But he's got, I really do put faith in him to be the man to take us forward. Hopefully, Fosun backers. I think at this point, we'll probably just need to get Neves moved on. I don't think he's going to sign a new contract. But what we don't want to see is us having to play a whole summer of waiting for Barcelona to sort their financial situation out, because we've already been messed around with them in recent seasons. And in all honesty, I won't just sit there and wait for it. We know that Neves potentially would welcome a move to Barcelona. Who wouldn't? But we've got to look after ourselves as well. So it's going to be a very interesting summer. I think we're seeing him just take a view on players. And one last interesting thing that we did see him obviously say is the fact that he doesn't, he wants players that want to be here. I think we could see the likes of Podence moved on. We're obviously going to see Jimenez moved on. Matinho is obviously going to be let go. And I think he's still trying to figure a few things out. Obviously, we saw Breno given quite a bit of game time. Totti given quite a bit of game time today. They obviously switched one of the switches that happened quite early. He's probably figuring out with both of them, are they going to be first choice left back? We've obviously got Giles to come back as well. It's going to be really interesting pre-season. It's going to be really exciting to see how we line up come next season. It has been a bit of a negative season, but I still feel confident for the future. Guys, let me know your thoughts on basically just everything that I have spoke about today, because I've spoke about a lot about the game and obviously our future as well. And hopefully we can look forward to better things come next season. Guys, if you have enjoyed the video, as always, do me a favour, hit that like button and please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're going to be bringing out lots of Wolves content over the summer. We want to also get you guys on as well. So if you would be interested in that, please do drop us a message on our Twitter. You can find us at Wolfie TV, because we are going to be doing lives. We want to get more fans on and we want to be hearing about your thoughts throughout the summer. So guys, do that as well. And hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Have a great weekend, because one positive, the sun is out. Have a great weekend. Take care. Goodbye, guys.